Okay, welcome back everyone to Dwarf Fortress with Teemo. I think we're on to episode 5 now, and as I've done in previous, we're going to start off with a little walk around the fortress to see where we are and what the status is. I'm going to start actually in an area that I hadn't done before, out here to that stockpile I think it was the first stockpile we started, which is the refuse and the corpses. And you can see we've got quite a few corpses out here. We got some nanny goat skeletons. We got some stray alpaca wool. Maybe we'll have to come grab that alpaca wool to make some stuff. We got some arms. We got stray baby llama skeletons, an ewe corpse, water buffalo corpse. We got a head. So all kinds of horse cartridges. So there's some stuff over here. It's storing a lot of stuff, and it's keeping it. What's nice about it, having one of these, is all this stuff gets put out here. If this stuff is scattered all over your fortress or where your dwarves are going, and they have to walk by this all the time, it gives them bad thoughts. And actually, we might get into dwarf thoughts a little bit. I'll explain how those work a little bit more to this episode. I'll try to make some time to do that. All right, here's our ducks. We've got the 3 nest boxes going. We've got our barracks up top for our Marks dwarves. They might be off right now, which is why we don't see them up here. I was thinking I might try to put a couple of targets up here and see if I could get some Marks dwarf training going on the targets. Right now, they do have some training in selected for the barracks, but they're probably just gonna possibly spar up here, but just do training where they use their crossbows kind of as club weapons, which isn't great. I mean, I want to be able to get them to shoot, and right now the only shooting experience I'm getting them is when they fight something, and so it'd be nice to be able to train them up before that. We got some skeletons, some giant keys right here. That's good. Love to see those kind of skeletal remains. I hate those birds. We've got our bridge over the opening. So we close this thing up and it locks the fortress. While it locks the fortress, it also opens up this passage down to our maze of cage traps. If they get by the cage traps, they come down to the barracks, or double barracks now. We've got our Warhammer squad and our Battle Axe squad. You can see some guys don't have battle axes yet, but once I get the steel battle axes going, we're going to replace all these with some steel battle axes. This squad's got silver Warhammers, a nice heavy metal. That should be good for smashing things. If they get through the barracks, they can come up here. We got the farm going, and I do have, as soon as they dig this out, I'm going to start pitting some water into here and see if we can get some really good mud and a better farm. So that's another experiment we're going to do. This bridge is linked to the same lever that closes this bridge, so if something comes to invade me, I'm not going to have this opening be a trouble spot for us. Going down into the fortress, we've got our workshop level. So we've built out a couple we can improve. I'm going to do that right now while I'm looking at it. So we're going to get a couple more stoneworker workshops up and running. Andesite blocks. Oh, I forgot to... These things, you always have to check back again. And andesite blocks again. Get a couple more stoneworkers. Hopefully that'll get us some more blocks going. We've only got this one andesite block left. We got to get that going a little bit more. Got lots and lots of copper bars, plus filled up with copper bars here. Another thing I'm going to queue up is just better armor for all 3 squads. So I'm going to do that as soon as I get through the walkthrough. We're getting a couple more places open for our wood burning furnaces. Hopefully get through that. Got lots of logs that we can burn up. Here we've got our first guild hall, so it was the Farmers Guild, and we've got it ready to go for engraving and increasing the value. I don't think we're there yet. We can take a look. So the value of this to get to a guild hall is 2,000. We're at 596. Once we get through the engravings, we might already get there. If the engraving doesn't get us there, we're going to go ahead and add some statues and stuff to put us over the hump. We got our butcher shop and our tanner shop up, and we actually have been butchering some stuff. So you can see we got 2 horses we slaughtered. The water buffalo's been slaughtered. Alpaca's been slaughtered. So we've been getting some meat. We got 196 meat sitting here in our fortress. We've got our Dining hall, it's smooth, not engraved yet. We'll work on the engraving at some point. We've got some bedrooms coming up. We're at 59 pop, which is taking up all of these rooms. So that's why we started building, a couple more. So we're up to, we can hold 100 pop worth of individuals. We can hold a little bit more than that, knowing that a lot of the dwarves start marrying up and taking one room. We have our first noble, our mayor, right here. We've been waiting for see if we have it. Last episode, we just constantly waited for a weapon rack to show up, and we still don't have a weapon rack. So that's the last thing that noble needs to finish that out. Going down another level, this is where we've been mining. I designated a whole bunch more to just keep the stone coming in. And then below that, we have our temples. This is our temple to everyone. This was to somebody that had 16 worshippers at the time. I designated 2 more spots to open up because I'm going to look for a couple more religions. And we can actually, I think, take a look and see what this is. Details for the assigned location. Dedicated to Lurit. 46 worshippers. So 46 by 59 pop are this one. So that was a good choice. We'll see if we get a couple other good choices. Keep them happy. And then finally we have our mausoleum down here. So a lot of these coffins have been filled. We've been having a lot of violence. If you actually come to the citizens here and you do the dead missing, you can see that there's been just a lot of violence here. Luckily, I'm mostly getting them, but they have gotten quite a few. And here's those peach-faced lovebirds. Hated those guys. I think this flock got the biggest kill. Remember when the thrips came in? We had our first dwarf go into a martial trance and just tore through those thrips. So those were not a problem at all. All right, so we're going to go ahead and unpause it now that we got through the overview. And we'll see if we can get ourselves some more progress on this fort. All right, so also we got a peasant gone stark raving mad. He probably had something he couldn't complete. Get rid of that. Yeah, we'll cancel out the combat for now. I don't know how much of that was actually recent. Arrived and unloaded their goods. I think we already traded with these folks. Yeah, I think so. I'm not going to bother with it. All right. And lots of sparring. For those of you having trouble sparring, I've gone over the steps of what you need to do, but basically just you build a barracks, you get a squad of people training in there, eventually they'll start sparring. Sparring's the best way to get experience. They'll do like individual drill and demonstrations before that. And I just recommend having more than 2. I think I start most of my squads with at least 4, if not 6 people when I put them in there. And that just gets them to sparring quick and gets that good experience in there. All right. Got a lot of bolts. That's okay. A lot of cages. That's okay. Let's go ahead and build some more cage traps. See if we can finish this off. Like I talked about, cage traps are only as good as they are more than your invaders coming in. Now, I do have 30 military dwarves in training, so I've got some ability to handle invaders beyond cage traps. It's just I want to be able to show you what it's like when I capture some stuff. And actually, cage traps are great for military training. So I'll show that if we ever get an invasion. I'm hoping the goblins invade. I've got some pretty good pop. I've got a lot of wealth going out. These goblins should start to get agitated and want to come get a piece of me. I'm kind of surprised they haven't shown up already. But maybe tonight. Maybe tonight's the night. So what happens with the cage traps is, say the goblins invade, and we have a bunch of goblins get captured. What they'll do, what the peasants will do, is they'll bring those cages, and since this is where I have cages right now, so I'll bring them in here, and you'll see a whole bunch of goblins in cages in here. Like you see that we have a cage here with a mongoose, and a cage here with a giant barn owl. You'll just see a bunch of goblins in cages. And what you could do is you could take that cage and install it down in the middle of one of these barracks. So you got a goblin in a cage in the middle of the barracks. Then you take, since the squad's here, I'll install the goblin over here. And I would tell all of these warriors here to kill the goblin in the cage. Now, since he's in a cage, he's kind of protected. They won't kill him when he's in there. But what you could do is you can tell a peasant to come and escort that goblin somewhere, anywhere. You tell him to escort the goblin to here. As soon as that peasant takes that goblin out of the cage, these guys will just jump that goblin and beat him into the ground. And it will count as combat experience, and combat experience is the fastest way to get your skills up. So it's just taking all these captured goblins and beating them into the ground is the best way to get experience. All right, let's see how this... so we've got a fight going on with a peregrine falcon. That's pretty funny. So the miner strikes the peregrine falcon in the upper body. It tears apart muscle and the liver, tearing apart the liver. So hit the peregrine falcon in the liver and just sent it flying. It's its lower body, tear apart the spleen, propelled away by the... He's just smacking this falcon. And then, for some reason, I wonder if that's the name of the falcon. Can we get to... It must have been a while ago. But that falcon did not have fun. Let's see if it's still alive. All right, so others... Do we have a falcon? We got the great horned owl. We got a great horned owl. I don't see a falcon. That guy must not have survived getting its liver and spleen batted away by that miner. He was not having any of that falcon. That's fine. All right. Let's see. Did we get... At some point, they are going to finish this weapon rack. I promise. I guess I can't promise that. I can't really see the future. No weapon rack. Of course not. Let me make sure they're still building weapon racks. I think I checked this before, but... weapon racks. There's just a lot of stuff. I plan on doing a tutorial just on how you build these, because that might help. All right, weapon rack. So what I could do is I could move this up, because I want to finish this off so that the noble is happy. So here I'm pushing on these blue arrows to move this up in priority, because I just have a lot of stone stuff that I'm doing, and the way that all of these go is that a workshop can only have a certain number of things associated with it. I think it's five jobs or something like that. When you click on a job, you'll see there's 5, and you can have more than that. It's just that when they're taking jobs out of your queue that you've built, they only takes 5 at a time, and it kind of rotates through the 5 at the top of the list. And then once it gets through, say you had 10 items of something, once it gets through those 10, it drops that one to the bottom of the list. So it's going to take a while for the weapon rack to get up there, but I just manually pushed it up there so they'd start building weapon racks. So I'm pretty sure I've already built one now that I tossed it up at the top. So let's see if I'm correct on that. Yeah, I already got a weapon rack. All right, so we've got that weapon rack. It's going in. So as soon as that gets installed, I think that's the last thing that my mayor wanted. We'll take a look at his needs and see if we got green across the board for him being happy. Oodle merchants are leaving. We got some rock tables done. Masterpiece, 2 more masterpiece silver warhammers. I am liking that. That's some good weapons. So, like we talked about before, we can come into a squad here. I think it's these guys. Equipment. So we can go into details of these and see. So that one's not a masterpiece. Details. That one's not a masterpiece. I don't think. How do we look at it? I can't remember. Unless they all are. Oh no, there we go. So it does show. So I talked about, I think last time. So if it's got no symbols on either side of it, it's just the lowest quality. And then you go 1 line, then triple line, then a plus, then a little star looking thing, and then finally the gear looking symbol. But it doesn't look like any of them have grabbed masterpiece warhammers yet, even though I've got a few. So hopefully they'll start grabbing them. Copper battle axes. Copper crossbows. So these copper battle axes that are not masterpiece. I'm going to go ahead and set these to burn down. So you see I'm clicking on each one. It would be better if I could select the whole pile, but I don't know that I want to burn off the copper crossbows. I haven't decided yet. I might just start. So we got that silver warhammer masterpiece. It's good to see. Dwarven child fighting a great horned owl. We've got some dwarven children that are just vicious, and some that are nice. Look at that. Dwarven child breaks. Oh no. No, that's just the Dwarven child breaking out. That's not the Dwarven child doing any good. So the Dwarven child's getting its butt kicked by a great horned owl. Maybe I can help out. Let's go see. Let's go see what we got here. A great horned owl. Yeah, let's go see you. Oh, it's moving around. Let's select our Marks Dwarves and tell them to come kill this great horned owl. Confirm. Alright, Marks Dwarves. Let's go and make it so. Alright, we'll unpause that. Maybe they'll make it so. Or they'll chase around for a while. Let's see if we dug this out. Still haven't dug that out. Someday, maybe. Alright. Name that game. Alright, we'll cut down some more trees. And we got 3 workshops going, so I'm hoping that we're going to burn through some some blocks a little bit faster. We still haven't made too much because I want to get those fortifications, and I don't really have to use stone for the fortifications. I just wanted to use stone for the fortifications. I think I like that a little bit better, and so I'm hoping that now that we have 3 of these things running, we'll get through a lot of the stone objects a lot faster. At least that's the intention, and we'll see how well it works. Okay, so I was going to put a whole bunch more armor in here. Okay, so... Oh, wait, I might have already done that last time. Let me go see my jobs and see if we did that. Copper leggings, copper... No. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build a copper set of gear since we have lots of copper bars. Alright, so I'm going to start at the top. We're going to do a copper helm for their head. Copper helm. Forge a copper helm. And we're actually going to do 30 of these ones. And we're only going to do 1 set of 30. So this is not going to be great gear, but I don't care because it's not the steel. So I'm just going to get them in some sort of gear. So forge and copper helms. The next thing down, we're going to get breastplates. So copper breastplates. We're going to do 30 of those. And along with the copper breastplates, they can also wear mail shirts underneath the copper breastplates. So the mail shirts don't do that great for or against blunt objects, but the breastplates do. But then sometimes the piercing objects or the slashing will do better against the mail shirt versus breastplate, that kind of stuff. So it's just, it kind of gives you 2 different chances at stopping. Plus it's just another layer. So even if you got a piercing attack, like an arrow coming through and say it breaks through the breastplate, it might hit that copper mail shirt and not penetrate it and save a dwarf's life. So having the double layer doesn't hurt. That's the only place that you can really have a double layer here. Next thing we're going to grab is the gauntlets. Now with the gauntlets, you would expect that, do I need 60 of these? And the answer is no. When you put copper gauntlet like this here, it's going to do 30 pairs of gauntlets. Now when they show up, it will be a left gauntlet and a right gauntlet that gets created that are in your stockpiles, but you don't have to queue up 60 of them. You only have to queue up the 30. All right, next we're going to get to the copper on the legs, and instead of leggings, I'm going to do the greaves. So copper greaves, 30 of those. And then finally down to the feet is going to be the copper high boot. Yep, copper high boot. And we're going to do 30 of those. All right, so that is the armor. They've already got weapons. Do I have battle axes being made? I don't know if I got battle axes being made. Let me see. Copper. I thought, yeah, I got copper battle axes, and I'm melting them down, that kind of stuff. And then the last thing is just shields. Now, I already have some copper shields made, but I don't feel like figuring out how many I have. So I'm just going to go ahead and build another 30 of them. And it's not a big deal if I overbuild a few things. I might sell some, or some get destroyed, or dwarf falls in the lava. I'm not sure. Stuff could happen. All right, I've got a lot of these things that are just built up and not getting moved. And I don't know why. It might be because I have too many dwarves training and not enough dwarves being able to do stuff. I know I've got quite a lot of the military that could be training at one time. Although I got this squad off. They might just be taking breaks and that kind of stuff. I do have a lot of jobs in my fort right now, so I can't get too mad at them for not hauling too much. What I could do if I wanted to is assign some dwarves to just haul if I wanted to catch back up on that. I'm not going to bother with it. I will just accept the fact that I'm a little bit behind. So we talked a little bit last time about when to use closest material and when not. I do not care about which cabinets I'm grabbing, so I'm going to just use the closest on this. When I was using blocks versus stones, I definitely wanted to pick. That way I wouldn't use a full stone, I would use a block. Now that I'm back to doing furniture again and doors, I don't care. So I'm going to be using the use closest rather than picking my material. So that's something I think we discussed maybe 2 episodes ago. All right, so we're done with those. I believe I already did rooms over here. Yeah, so I got these rooms done. Once I get those doors in, we'll do another set of rooms here. And let's see how much extra furniture I have to work ahead over here. I also then want to go downstairs and see if we finished digging out the crypt, because I want to work ahead on that since I have had so many dwarves dying. Totally not my fault. I'm going to blame Tarn for making animals so aggressive in this expansion. It's not really expansion, I guess. It's more of a continuation. Missed by a spot. So I don't know if you caught that. If you put something down but it's grayed out, you didn't like where it is, you just come in here, do cancel construction, it goes away. So it's that simple. What's already built, if you want to get rid of it, you would have to come click on it and click way up in the top right and remove this building, and it also gets rid of it. So moving around furniture is not that difficult. If you make a mistake, don't worry about it. You can fix your mistakes. When it removes it, it doesn't destroy the furniture. It will basically bring it. It'll turn it into just something that you could pick up, and then your dwarves will eventually go and take it back to whatever stockpile you have that it came from. All right, and chests. Let's see how many of those I can get through. So I can't get through all the rooms. Ran out of various types of furniture. I got through all the chests though. All right, it looks like I've gotten all of these, so I'm going to create some multi-rooms. So bedroom, select multi, and select all of these. And done. 10 more bedrooms completed. Excellent. So now I'm basically 20 bedrooms ahead. Oh no, I had another, I'm not 20. I had another migrant wave come in, so I'm up to 74. That's good. That might mean some more jobs. I got a couple more masterpieces, merchants left. Man, I really hope I get attacked tonight. It's really weird. Oh, birth to puppies. Excellent. Let's actually see if we've got some puppies that need to be trained. No. But we do have some puppies. All right, look at that. We've got about 6 puppies, 7 puppies. So I might, if we get enough war dogs trained, I might show you guys a dog trap. It's where you put a whole bunch of war dogs in a cage and tie it to a pressure plate. And when the enemies step on it, a whole bunch of war dogs come out and start attacking them. It's pretty funny. We'll see. See if we get enough war dogs to do something like that. All right. Unpause it. Let this keep going. All right, something else that I wanted to go over. So with mining, somebody was asking why I didn't use this option right here, which is auto mine any ore and gems of the same type which are uncovered. So selecting this automated vein and gem mining is actually a pretty good deal when you're doing exploratory mining. It'll help out. I generally just don't use these options because there's so many times that I care about the shape that I'm mining that I just haven't gotten the habit of coming in here and selecting the auto mine for ore and gems when you hit them. But it is actually pretty good for exploratory mining. So if you want to get into the habit of using it, it would probably be good for you. And it would save some time and effort. It means that as you do an exploratory mining, as soon as you hit a node, your dwarves will just mine that out for you. You don't have to come back here, and you've seen me kind of looking for and grabbing what I want. Now the downside to it is that they don't care what they hit. And if there's a node of stuff that I don't care about anymore, like say I've gotten a lot of copper and silver, and I don't really need it anymore, but I still have the 30, lots of sets of 30 of gear, so I might still want some. So I'm still mining it, but at some point I might not want any more tetra. So, and this isn't smart enough to know that you don't want tetra, but you do want iron or anything like that. So it's still, I've been wary of using it. I've never really gotten used to it because there's just so many times that I know I don't want them to go and dig it out. But again, it will save you some time and effort. Your dwarves will automatically do some stuff. So up to you on if you want to make use of that or not. And that was a suggestion on the comments section. So feel free as well while you're watching this, if you have any questions that you want me to answer. There may be some other people that have those same questions. Go ahead and toss it in the chat afterwards. And I have been trying to fairly regularly get in there and answer questions, or at least put it on my list of things to talk about the next time. Oh, I wonder where that water's coming from. All right, so you see these little wet, damp rocks. So there's water somewhere, and I don't know where it's coming from or why. But if I were to dig that out, I would have water start flowing into my fort. And I don't. Now if I had just, like you see these, I laid this out. Say this is actually an underwater, so this could be like an underwater lake type of thing. Oh, let me pause it because I had this. Stark Raven mad. I just got some children going mad. Fey mood, weaponsmith. I hope he has the materials that he wants. Oh, I was going to go look to see if I can see that through the workshop. So I'm going to have to go check the metalsmith after I finish with this explanation. So what this could be, I've got these 4 spots. So what it could be is that there's an actual water square that's right here, and in these 4 spots. Actually, I guess in these 4. Let me see. No, it can't be those spots because they'd be flown in. So these 4 spots. That if I dug, and it actually would be probably these 2 spots, because if one was here, then this would be wet too. So if I have water in these 2 spots, that would make these 4 wet. And if I dig any of those 4 out, the water that's here would flow into my thing. So if I were to, say, dig here and up like this. So what's going to happen is the dwarves are going to come dig here and start digging up. And as soon as they get to a wet, they're going to cancel that one and not dig right through it. Now, there are settings you could go, and I believe it's through, where was it? Stand-in orders. Where would it be? Stone use? No. I believe that there's somewhere, and I can't remember. I don't use it too often, but I believe there's a way you can order them to just dig right through wet stone regardless. And I can't remember where the setting is because I never turn it on. But I think there is a way you could tell them to just If you can't encounter whetstone, just dig right through it. If you're so inclined to be that crazy. All right, now somebody claimed. All right, so what I was gonna do is come over here. I don't see him telling me what he wants, but I wanted to see if I. See, look at this. I click on the forge, and now it's telling me he's got to have cut gems, rough gems, cut gems, metal bars, tanned hides. And what's tough is he's saying this, plant cloth, but I don't have a way of figuring out exactly which ones he wants. Now he's got some silver bars, some buffalo leather, some cloth. So he's got everything that he's saying up here, but he might need more of it. Now I'm not positive. He might have enough. So let's unpause this for a second and see if he just starts up, or if he's gonna sit there and complain some more. So it looks like, yeah, the place you need to go now is just you click on the forge itself, and he'll say what he needs. So that's nice to figure that out. I don't think that was the location before, or I just have terrible memory. It could be either, honestly. Trader rig. Oh. Alright, so there's a trader fighting. I didn't think I had someone here. Now, where's this giant Wolverine? Let me see if he's dead or not. I want to kind of protect my... my dwarven child is trying to take this guy on. That's kind of funny. Alright, so we're going to get a squad. Get my best squad. Looks like my other squad may have taken care of that owl. I'm going to see if there's any more owls for them to take care of. Alright, that squad go kill a Wolverine. And let me see if there's any more flyers around. So I've got a great horned owl. And let's get our archers. Go take out this other great horned owl. Alright, so we got the archers after great horned owl, and we got the battle axe dwarves going after a Wolverine. And that should clean up the map a little bit more. Gotta keep it safe. Oh man, that dwarven child is chasing that Wolverine away. Get out of here, Wolverine. I want to see that fight. That child, these children are just brutal. Alright. Punches it. Well, let me go up a little bit. So he's just fighting with his bare hands, and he just keeps punching the child, punches him in the right eye with his right hand, and the injured part collapses into a lump of... So the dwarven child punches the giant Wolverine in the right eye and just turns it into mush. So he just like shoved his fist into the Wolverine's eye socket. And then punches it in the left paw, upper body, bruising the fat. Punches in the head, stunning. So he punched the giant Wolverine in the head and stunned him. Punched the other leg. Punched the rear paw. Punched the front leg. He's just smacking at his legs. Punches in the front left toe with his right hand. Explodes into gore. So just destroys a toe. Tearing apart the skin of the paw. Oh my goodness. So yeah, that child just beat that Wolverine down. Alright, where you going, Wolverine? Let's watch your demise. Hopefully it's quickly, otherwise we're gonna go do something else. Alright, lots of drinks, lots of food. We're getting through some of that meat. 74 pop, I like it. Oh, we got a ghostly spearman is rising, is haunting the fortress. All right, well, I didn't expect this to happen because I've got a lot of... All right, so these guys are going to kill off. They made it to the Wolverine. I believe that they're going to kill off the Wolverine anyways. Oh, you got a dead peasant. All right, that Wolverine has been destroyed. Okay, so we got a ghost. Where are you, ghost? I don't see the ghost. Let me see if he's in others. Undead, the ghostly spear dwarf. Where are you? I don't see it. He might be, he's maybe in the wall somewhere. Ghostly Spear Dwarf. I don't know. I don't know where he is. He might be in the wall somewhere. Anyway, so ghosts happen when their body is not buried. Now, it's possible that his body just went missing and I was never able to find it. So here's how you deal with some ghosts. So we're going to go and build ourselves some rock slabs. That's how you kind of put them to rest by memorializing them. So I'm going to build some rock slabs, and I'm going to pump this way up because I want to take care of this before the ghost problem becomes bad. Ghosts can eventually start, well, first of all, having a ghost around is going to create a lot of unhappy thoughts, which kind of creates a morality spiral, which I've already got, I got 8 really angry people. So I'm actually kind of more on the angry side than I like to be. Part of that problem has just been so many children getting in fights with wildlife outside, and most of these have been really angry children because they're running around with wounds, and I still don't have a hospital. I got another influx of citizens, so I'm going to see if I can get myself a doctor yet. And if I don't, I might just go ahead and build the hospital anyways and stop putting it off. All right, so we got the rock slabs. So we'll let this go. We'll build ourselves a couple of rock slabs. Entered a martial trance. That was probably against the, oh no, Kiwi woman. I wonder if any of them has even survived. So we apparently have a Kiwi fight. Oh yeah. All right. So we got some Kiwi men. Let's get our squad ready to go. Fight. Multiple. And let's get 6 Kiwi men. All right. Go out there and fight that. All right. And have we built any slabs yet? No. Come on, build some slabs for me. So we build a slab, then we engrave a slab, and then we install a slab. And it's kind of like an alternate route to a coffin, but you only do it kind of if you get the ghost popping up. And you only get the ghosts is if you don't bury someone. It goes long enough without burying them. So I try to stay ahead and not have to ever worry about a ghost. Man, I'm losing some people. Wonder if those Kiwis are beating them up. All right, but we killed all the Kiwis. They're dead. We got another bobcat, though. So we're going to go ahead and kill this bobcat with my squad. This is another thing that showed up. And I'm also going to just take a look and see. Nope, so none of them got lost. I have lost 3 Marks dwarves. And that's it. So I'm going to have to replace those Marks dwarves at some point. I don't really care right now. And I want to see if we've built... Still haven't built a rock slab. What are they doing down here? You should be building rock slabs. What's going on? Oh, so what's probably going on is they just haven't got a rock slab that has gotten to the top yet. So we just need people to make some completions, and then slabs should start up. But they'll still do armor stand, coffin, door, weapon rack, blocks that is in this list, but then a slab should show up down at the bottom after they finish the armor stand, for example. Yeah, so rock slab showed up because they finished whatever was on the top. So even though it's highest on the priority, it doesn't immediately jump to the highest priority on the individual stone maker. All right, more martial trance, another stray dog. All right, dwarven child found dead. I wonder if I burned through my coffins. And that's the problem. No, and all of these are tombs, right? All of them are tombs. Okay, we got another area out here though, so let me get farther ahead. So use closest material. Yeah, that's what I want for these. Oh, and I don't have to have this paused, but oh well. Here. Hit spacebar. In case I didn't catch that before, spacebar pauses and unpauses the game as well. Begun a mysterious construction. Excellent. Straight. Oh, we got kittens. Hold on. Hold on. Kittens are the worst. Nobody likes kittens. Somehow somebody brought a kitten into my... Alright. So stray kittens. Gelded. Yes, geld. What button do I hit for gelding? This is a boy. Yes, I want to geld. I want to geld you. You do not want cats to breed. Cats are the death of many a fortress. What happens with cats, I only see one, and for some reason, maybe I can't geld kittens. Maybe I have to wait for it to get an adult. With cats, the only thing a cat really does, well, they chase vermin away, which is nice. Cleans up the fortress a little bit. But cats become pets for dwarves, and once they're a pet, you can't get rid of them, and the cats will continue to breed and become pets of dwarves. And they'll just keep doing this, and there's no way you can get rid of them until you've got so many cats that your fortress slows down and becomes unplayable. So that, and you'll see talks about cat deaths to fortresses. So I recommend anytime you have cats, you just geld them as fast as possible. Hold on, accidentally. There we go. I gotta see if there's a better way to do this. I might play on my own game a little bit, see if I can figure out a better way to do this without... I don't want to put these coffins in their own room. I want to be able to do a silver pick. Okay. It's an heirloom to their... Alright, I could dig through the stone faster than anybody. Excellent. Thank you, dwarves. There's a lot of useless items that dwarves come up with. I mean, I'm really happy they made that. I'm so glad. It's not that a silver pick's useless. It's that you don't really need a high quality pick to really add that much speed to what you're doing. So it's just, there's so much better things you could have gotten than the pick. That's all it really is. All right, I made a rock slab. So now that I made a rock slab, the next thing, the next job we need to do is to engrave. Oh, and I believe I need to do this at the actual shop because I have to pick who it's going to. So if I come to the shop and I add a task, engrave a memorial slab to ghost. There's got to be a ghost around here somewhere. Ghost. All right, so you see here, this person's a ghost. No slabs engraved. That's who I want to engrave the memorial. And I am going to toss this right up the priority. So it'll be the next one after the rock door that's getting done. Once this is engraved, then we can install it down in the tomb with the coffins, and then the ghost will go away. Okay, masterpiece, copper battle axe. That's what I like to see. All right, so they came through here and have put a lot of stuff in. Oh, I'm going to need to build a new set of gear, though, because I just had, like, random metal armor, and that's not good enough for what I want. So let's go build a new uniform. So we're going to do equip. We're going to do assign a uniform, because they just got metal armor, yeah. So we're going to do add a uniform, and we're going to do battle axe. I think I already did this with metal armor for the Warhammers. but I have not done it here. So we're gonna do a male shirt, metal, new body wear. We're gonna do the breastplate, metal, headgear, helm, metal, leg wear, greaves, metal, hand wear, gauntlets, metal, footwear, high boots, metal, a shield that is metal, and a weapon. Instead of individual choice, we want battle axes, metal. Actually, this I think can be any material. No, we're just gonna do copper for now. All right, I don't got metal, right? But it is all metals that are on here. We're gonna do any material, battle axe. Confirm and save. Assign uniform, battle axe. All right. So that's equipped, and I believe that these guys already have. Yeah, they've got the Warhammer selection. Oh, there we go. Masterpiece Warhammer, Masterwork Warhammer, Masterwork Warhammer. That's nice. We've got some nice masterwork. You can see here that if it's yellow, that means that they're going to get it. Oh, let me pause. I got an alert going. Some snatchers. Oh, what's this? Some snatchers. All right, let's see if we need to worry about them. Giant fireflies. Now the snatchers are already gone. Giant fireflies. Do I need to worry about giant fireflies? That sounds annoying. I don't know if I need to care about those. We're going to ignore the giant fireflies for now. It's probably a bad choice to ignore them, but I don't care. All right, let's go. See about this. I believe that was where I put the slab. So we're going to come down to the crypt. We're going to do a build, furniture, slab, and I want to select the material because I want the memorial, and it's being cut off, but it's memorial, since it's andesite memorial instead of just andesite slab. That's the one that I produced. So you can see. Well, let's let it go, and you'll see when it comes down here. No, I accidentally paused it. All right, I hope you got the memorial. You're walking slow, so you got something heavy. All right, memorial to Vukar Tulandish, and if we come Vukar Tulandish, that's good. So this should go away now that we have that. See, there we go. Vukar Tulandish, the ghostly spirit office, is put to rest. So we took care of that ghost. That's how you do that. Oh, let's go check out, see if the dwarves finished that mining test that I showed you. No, they haven't done that. Of course not. Why would they do that? Trying to show all of my friends here. Oh, yeah. Certain goods. Mandated construction. I forgot to take a look at that. Just so much stuff to take a look at. So what do you want? You want me to make 2 crossbows. Oh, my goodness. I don't know about this guy. I don't really want so many crossbows. Do you already have some crossbows going? I don't think so. Because they're copper crossbow. And we're gonna bring this way up the priority just because my list is so long and I know I have all that other copper stuff in the list. It's gonna take forever for them to get to this if I don't bring it up the priority. So let's get this up here. There are time limits on the mandates. And again, I talked about how I didn't want my dwarves to be unfairly punished. So let's bring those up there. Oh, and then I wanted to check out my dwarves to try to look for, see if we got some skills in diagnosis. Still nobody. All right. What do I want to do? Maybe I get some other stuff and I just don't have that. Let me look back at my dwarves. Do I have? I'm looking for purple colored dwarves because those have the medical skills, and I don't see any medical dwarves. I've got so much violence. I need a hospital. All right, we're gonna do a hospital. So how I like to do the hospital is I like to have a room off of my what is this called? Dining hall. Nice big hospital. That way, the people that are coming to eat can also, they're taking a break, can also come in here and help out with the hospital. Now I'm gonna have somewhere in the middle, I'm gonna put a well here, which means I need to have right underneath it, I want this to be filled up with water. Now where am I gonna get the water from? Well, the water is gonna come from a little ways away, but I need to dig down to that. So I need to dig a staircase here, going down to here, this to come over, so I can dig down to it and start digging this out. And I'm gonna want to relieve some pressure as the water gets here. So I'm gonna be taking water from that stream, brook, or whatever that is on the surface. But the problem is as water descends down levels, it's got some pressure for it to go back up levels. So if I have it descend down underground, come over here and fill up this water for me to make a well, I'm gonna have pressure being built up and the water's gonna shoot up through the middle. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dig these out, and then after I dig it out, I'm gonna put a wall right here in this spot and a wall right here in this spot, and it's gonna create like a little diagonal passage through here. And that's gonna take virtually all of the pressure out of the stream, and then this well won't overflow. All right, so let's go over to where I got some water. Here's some water. And what I'm gonna do here is do some stairs here down to my well level. Where's my well level? It's going to be one below. So here's the Great Hall. So this is the well level. Oh, and there's the passage coming from it. All right. Now a staircase will let water just travel right through it. And now I'm going to dig over to one square away from this. So I'm going to have a passageway that comes right up next to the river with one space in between. It's going to go down this staircase. It's going to come down this tunnel. It's going to go through what's going to be a pressure release. And then it's going to go to my fort. Now the other thing that I'm going to do before I release this is I'm going to put another bridge in here with a lever, and I'm going to just put the lever on the surface right here so I can shut the water off if I need to. I'm also going to put a grate in here, which I need to actually build one of those, so that nothing can get in. So I need to build. Actually, I'm just gonna, for this, I'm just gonna add it to the workshop because it's just one of them. All right, here, add new task. Great, make a rock grate. But that's supposed to be a. Hold on. Hold on. How do I thought that there was a difference between a floor grate and a wall grate, but maybe it's all the same. Rock grate. No, I guess it's all the same. Guess grates are grates. Okay, grates are grates. Well, all right, so make a rock grate. Bring that up here. And we'll have that going. All right, so eventually some diggers will get around to that. I could many diggers do I got? Let's see. We've got miners. We've got 6 miners, but one is the militia commander, one's an axe dwarf, one's a swords dwarf. So we only got a few that are probably mining. We got a dabbling miner here. We'll go ahead and add the mining to you as well because you got some skills. We got plenty of picks, so we can go ahead and add another miner. And it's not going to hurt us to have another miner. Oh, did we ever open up? No, we still haven't. Why would you do that? Of course not. These dwarves, I think I'm going to have to cut their pay because they are just not working. All right, I wanted to talk about one more thing. So after I finally dig this out, I'm going to put a grate in here so that people can't swim through it. I'm going to put a bridge here that I can raise and stop the water if I need to. That way if there's issues, like say I forgot to put those walls to stop the water, I don't want it to flood. I want to at least make a way to undo the bad work I did. Once I have all that there, then I just come to the surface on this square right here, and I'm going to channel it out. And basically that means from the surface, I'm going to create a hole that connects my tunnel to the water, and that's how I'm going to let it start flowing. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's claim these bolts that are lying out here. So it is good to see that there are bolts on the map. It means that my crossbow dwarves are at least doing something. I don't know if they're doing something that great, but it means that they have been shooting their crossbow bolts. Oh, let me see what we got for animals around. It's just 3 giant fireflies now. I thought we had 5. Maybe we always had 3. No, trade depot. We got some silver bars. Alright. Let's see how our dwarves are doing for the uniforms I've been asking them to get built. So equip. Some of them have their body armors. Now, if I go to details... So he's got the copper mail shirt and the copper breastplate. So he's got the double defense there, which is nice. He's got a helmet and a shield. He's got 2 assigned gauntlets, but he doesn't have the greaves or the high boot yet. Oh, he's got a steel battle axe. Where did he get the steel battle axe from? Oh, it's a stolen steel battle axe. You know what I should do is I should melt that down. I should steal that from him. I can get a steel bar if I get that from him. I don't know. I think it's his now. He found it fair and square. I'm not going to take it from him. I'm not that kind of tyrant. Gone stark raving mad. That's okay. You weren't useful anyways, I'm sure. Alright. Are you going to ever get around to that? No. Why would you? Let's go see how much wood we've got. I know I'm having to burn a lot for charcoal. Oh, I got a lot of blocks. That's good to see. You know what that means? We can start working on some fortifications. Alright. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Agitated barn owl. Alright. They might be able to handle it themselves, but I'm going to grab this squad and tell it to come help out with this agitated barn owl. Because that doesn't look like fun. Alright. And then... yeah, so that can run. No, not furniture. Constructions. Fortification. I want to be able to select the material. Alright, and we've got some blocks. A whole bunch of blocks now. So I'm going to put that like that, and I want to be able to get to this corner, so I'm not going to do this one yet. So I'm just going to do the other side for now. And then once the corners get built, I'm going to come in and do the other walls. because I want to be able to access those corners. If you just do all of it, you risk the chance that a dwarf comes in and builds this one, and then also builds this one, and doesn't build this one yet. And so then you can't actually reach this one. You have to like come back and take down a fortification, then redo it. Or you could just slow your roll a little bit and build some of these first. No copper bolts. So that's what I like to do is I come in here and just make sure I build the corners. So like for instance on this side I built this corner and this corner, so now I can go ahead and assign that wall. And then I don't have to worry about the possibility. Now one of these might actually get suspended because there's that corpse right there in the way. So it's possible that the dwarf tries to do this one, and the barn owl mangled corpse is in the way. Got some 4 bolts on it too. It's good. It means they were probably shooting at it. I wonder what kind of skills I got. I don't know the best way to look at that. If I go to the squad, I come to these guys, I go to equipment. I don't know a good way to look at. I mean, I can come here, but each one is kind of slow. A competent bow dwarf, novice marks dwarf. So he's just a novice on the marks dwarf. Okay. Oh, I need to populate these guys some more because I've lost some. I got the extra wave in. Let's see if I get some people that are good. No relevant skills. Oh, I gotta have a competent bow dwarf here, but he's the manager. That's right. I don't want to. And the mayor, so I don't want to do them. Let's see. What do we got? Beekeeper, animal trainer. You get to come. Assign position 6. What do we got? A cheesemaker. We can assign a cheesemaker. And position 9. We got a trapper. We could do a trapper. All right. Oh, and then these corners are done. So we're gonna go ahead and do the fortifications on the other side. Now what this will help out with is if we ever do get goblins that show up, goblin wave, and I've got some of my marks dwarves up top, they can kind of be back behind these fortifications, and it really prevents a lot of shots. The goblins will have to have really good skills in order to kind of thread the needle on these fortifications. And so, you know, they can't actually get up top here. And so if the goblins start coming to get to, here's the entrance to my fort. So I could have all marks dwarves up here on this just shooting down at a goblin army that's trying to enter. So it's a nice position. I kind of like this setup. Of course, I like it in theory. I haven't actually seen it be used. We'll have to see what happens. Fishery worker. Oh, I should do fishing. I said I was going to do that, I think. All right, so fishing, here's how it's going to run. I'm going to build a little fishing hut, and I'm going to build my fishing hut. You know what, I can kind of use some of this and build out, right? Yeah, because I already got the wall up there. So that'll save me some time and effort. So I'll put the fishing right here next to this. Plus then I can have it connect over here. Yes, that'll work. All right, so I'm going to start with building some fortifications. I mean some floors. All right. Select the material, yeah. Obsidian blocks. There. 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 That's good. And then what I'm doing here is that dwarves can fish through grates. And so I'm going to try to create an enclosed building with which that they can fish in the middle of. So I'm putting some floors down. That way I can put grates in between the floors, and then you'll be able to fish kind of in those grates. So I'm going to have like 8 fishing spots. in here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to enclose this whole thing in a building that has a roof, and I'm going to have some stairs down, which I can actually do those right now. Stairs, I'll put the stairs right here, down to here, and I will do that. And so they're going to be able to get right into the building, but only through my own fortress. So these stairs actually came right from the barracks. You're gonna have to walk by the barracks in order to get into here. So again, my dwarves are gonna be safe from any people coming to get them. I don't need to go that far, I don't think, because it's gonna be able to trigger right off of the floor here. So it's a way to protect my dwarves so that if there's invaders that come, I don't have to worry about them bothering my dwarves. Now, you can see what I just did here is kind of the opposite of what I talked about for up top. So you see how I told it all to build even though the corner's there? Well, that's because the dwarves don't need to be in one of these two spots to get to this wall. They can actually get it from here. So if the dwarves are dumb enough and do these two spots first, they can go get the other one. So that's why I did that and didn't worry too much about the fact that they wouldn't be able to get there, because I knew they still could if I needed them to. All right. All right, so that is going to finish that out. Actually, let me just cancel this because I haven't finished the digging yet, and I don't want to wait on the digging. So there's still some work I want to do, so I'm gonna leave the one hole until the path gets dug out. All right, and I'm going to construct a floor grate. This I just use closest is good enough. All right, so that's my little fishing house. Other than I need to build now a ramp up. Select the material. Obsidian blocks, and I'm kind of running low, but maybe it's all right. Oh, what's my alert? Found dead, dehydrated. Okay. Well, it was probably a child that, when you find stuff like that and they're dead and dehydrated, so I don't have the hospital yet, which means I can't take dwarves, to a hospital bed to let them recover, which means they're just sitting out wherever they most likely he lost the ability to move, and the dwarves didn't have anywhere to bring him to have him healed up. And so I'm getting a bunch of dwarves that are getting more and more unhappy with me because I'm not taking care of these issues. So I really need to just, even if the care isn't that great, it's still better than just letting them die like I've been doing. Oh, no, not that one. Stop that. You should care for your dwarves, but only so much. All right. You don't want to become attached to the dwarves, but you do want to be successful. So it's a fine balancing act between how much care you actually give to them. All right, the other thing I want to select here is I want to turn it into a fishing zone. So fishing, and do this right here, accept. So now that I've made that a fishing zone, there is a command to give them, which is standing orders. There should be somewhere around only fish. Yeah, so prefer zones for fishing. we want to do fish only in designated zones. So this will make it so that the only place that fisher dwarves will fish now is in that one zone I created. So it's not that you want them to prefer it, it's that you want that to be the only place that they go. So that was, in case you didn't catch it, I came here to the work. I did stand-in orders, and I believe I did the other. And down at the bottom it was fish, and it starts off with fish preferring the zones. You want it to be fishing only at the designated zones. And that will ensure that you can build this little fishing hut that I built here and protect your fisher dwarves. I still have to finish it off because I need the tunnel to be finished, and I need to put this wall right here, and then I will be good to go. Let's go down below. So much to dig. So much to engrave. Alright, we're finally digging some of this out. That's good to see. Got lots of food, lots of drink. Not worrying about that, which is good. Still got lots of copper bars. Low on the blocks. Alright, we can start giant. Another giant. Alright, others. Another bird. Alright, let's select you. Come and attack this. Confirm. You guys still got a full squad? Yeah. Alright. I wonder how they're doing on their squad. So there, equip. So you got barely any weapons, correct? I don't know about these guys. Okay, so I haven't started digging there, but I have started digging on the hospital. So I'm going to need some traction benches. Hospital needs a lot of stuff to get it up and running. Make traction bench. Yeah, 10 is fine. What it needs is it's going to need some chests to store supplies in. It's going to need beds for people to rest in. It's going to need tables next to their beds to perform surgery. It's going to need traction beds for the people that need to be kind of strapped down while you're performing surgeries, or like bone settings and that kind of stuff. You're going to need some chairs in the zone for them. There's sometimes you just use a chair. And then you're going to want a well for some clean water. At least it's preferable to have a nice close source of clean water. So there's just a lot of stuff that you need to make a hospital run. And then on top of that, you need all the supplies. So I haven't picked up, I don't think, unless I stole it from the elves, I don't think I've picked up any gypsum powder. I don't think I've picked up any soap. So those are two things that I'm going to have to look at. I don't even know if I've got... Where's my stocks? So... Where would it be? Glop. What do I got? I got some tallow. So tallow is one of the things that you need to create soap. I kind of got to work backwards because I don't make it that often. So soap, make soap from tallow. So if I make soap from tallow, what do I need for the supplies on that? So I need amount of, so I need the tallow, which I've got. And that came, what the tallow comes from is that it's rendering fat from your animals that you butcher. And I butchered a bunch of pretty much all my animals, and I got some meat out of it, but I also got fat. And the default for the game is that you render the fat when it comes out, and then you get this tallow from it. So I knew that would happen. I didn't really talk about it at the time, but that's where that came from. So that's why we have that tallow. Now we're also going to need some lye, and the lye comes from your asheries. So if I go and do lye, you make you're gonna make some lye, and the lye comes, where's this? So we need ash, amount of lye, amount of ash, make lye. So we need ash to make the lye, and the ash is just gonna come from an ashery, coming from, I believe we take a piece of charcoal, we turn it into ash, and then we take the ash, we turn it into lye. So I've got everything I need, other than I have to build an ashery, and get this, and then get some of those tasks started, which actually I've already got them in there. I just need to drop this down to like maybe 3, we'll call it, and then set the conditions. So I need ash. We're gonna do lye. So if the amount of ash available is at least 3, and lye, yeah, less than 10 is probably, maybe less than 7. I don't want to get too much lye. We'll call it 5. So we'll keep 5 lye around, so that we can make soap if we need to. All right, so that's good on the lye, and then the soap itself, we need amount of lye containing items and unrotten fatty globs. Both of these need to be at least 3s. And then amount of bars. See, this one, I don't know if I don't know if that generic bars is gonna be as soap bars. I'm gonna go ahead and hope that it is. I'm not positive. We might just make soap forever. All right, so we got both of those, and then the last thing we need is we actually need to make the ash. Create ash? No, make ash. Make ash. There we go. So we're gonna make ash as long as the amount of ash is available. Ash is less than 5. We're gonna make ash. And sure, we can do 10 ash as long as it's less than 5. It's fine if we have a little bit of extra ash, I think. Now we'll bring that down to like 6. All right, so we'll make 6 ash, and then the ash will turn into lye. All right, so what we're gonna need, well, this workshop is, this is a furnace. This is a wood furnace. Select the material. Yeah, that's what I want to do. And I guess we'll also just build it in this area. We're also going to put an ashery right there. Got a prophet visiting. If the prophets stay, you can actually assign them to temples, and they become kind of like spiritual leader types that kind of improve the efficiency of the temple. It's just one of the types of visitors that you get and can make use of. All right, we got a couple more temples that we can put up. All right, so we're going to do another meeting area for right here. Except we're going to attach it to a new temple. All right, so we already had Lurit, and we had the no specifics. What do we got? We got 33 worshippers, 41 worshippers. 41 looks 44. So Limmer has got 44. All right, so Limmer here had 44, and then somebody else had a large amount, and Borat. So those are the two that we're going to do. So we'll do Borat first, and then we'll get the Limmer down below. So we get that one. Do another meet-in area here. Oh, I actually don't want to get that in there. So this one we're actually going to do like this. Accept and assign you a new temple, and it was Limmer, right? 44, yep. All right. So we got a bunch more dwarves that can come, and we're going to go ahead and get these starting to be smoothed out as well. Smooth that one, and smooth this one. All right. Martial Trance. Oh. Mountain Goat Men. All right, let's see. Wolverine Man. Looks like we got through a lot of them. So you, first of all. Oh, how did you get all the way up there? Is there? Oh, so there's a hole right here. That's not good. All right, so first of all, let's. I don't know how I missed that. Oh no, it's because it's suspended. Resume construction. So somehow they got in. So this, all right, you guys come kill this thing. All right, and then that's annoying. And the Wolverine Men. All right, so there's two of them over there. We'll get our good squad. Come target the Wolverine. Just a nice polite couple out for a walk. Get a nice dwarven welcome to the area. So now the dwarf, this dog is fighting this thing. But hopefully he'll get some help. There we go. So I think that's gone now. Oh no, he's still somewhere. Where is he? Oh, he's still fighting. All right. Stunned by a honeybee. It's probably my honeybees. All right, so we killed off that one. The Wolverine Men, though, is still fighting. Okay. Let's see about our dogs. I think we had some dogs grow up. Yeah, we got one here, so we'll train it to be a war dog. And I think if we take a look at this zone right here and see who's assigned to it, we've got one dog. Those are all assigned. So that's a boy dog. And then let's check out this zone. Looks like there's some stray some puppies here that we could probably. All right, so the ducks, we're gonna set the puppies free. Hopefully this puppy can grow up, get it trained, and get it up here so that the dogs up here can possibly breed as well. All right, a couple of children have been found dead. Chick is found dead. Stray war dog. Found it. All right, so that war dog that we just made, I want to assign here, so at least I got two war dogs. Actually, three war dogs, I guess. We'll put up there. Help spot those invisible people trying to sneak in. All right, did we ever dig this out? No, we still haven't dug that out. Did we ever dig this out up here? We dug this out. All right. So let's go ahead and designate this. So we want this to be a pit/pond right here, except, and we're going to make it at the top of a pond. So now the citizens are going to try to fill it so that this spot right here is a 7-7. Technically, this spot is the 7-7, and this will be the top of that 7-7. All right. Great horned owl. Found dead, dehydrated. All right. How's my hospital doing? Still working. All right, well, if I come into the labors, legendary miner. All right, diagnosis. You are a woodcrafter. All right, you are going to become, so Cybrick Rigo. Congratulations, Cybrick. You are going to be my chief medical dwarf. You're going to be the only one that does my diagnosing. And let's go ahead and see if we've got anybody that knows anything at all about these other things. So we've got surgery. Let's see if anyone knows anything about surgery. Oh, we got a skilled surgeon. Well, that's good. He's not very good at diagnosis, but you know, he could do surgery. All right. How about setting bones? He's a novice bone doctor too. I guess he is the medical dwarf I got. He just is. He's just not great at that diagnosing, which I guess we can work through. And surgeon, so that's just closing up wounds. He's also good at that. And finally, dressing wounds. He's good at that too. All right, so he will take care of all of it right now. If we get more people that show up, we will do more stuff for it. Oh, can he not? No, he's got it. All right. Right. Skills. Oh, no, labor. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got those 5. And now what I'm going to do is we'll only do these assigned tasks. So I'm going to have him be my doctor. That's all he does. If he doesn't have people to take care of, he's going to get to relax. So congratulations, you got a new job. And I'm going to start making this into the zone. Well, I'm going to wait for this to dig out. But I can start building some stuff in here. All right, so furniture, bed, use closest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. 6, 1, 2, 6. Need to cancel that. All right. And I'm going to get some furniture, some tables. So I'm going to put a table next to each one of these. So if I have to do surgery, they can just do the surgery and then move them immediately to a bed afterwards. Then I also want to do some chests. So we have storage space. And then I also want to do some chairs. So we have a place to sit and do some stuff. I want to do a channel right here. channel. And now that we got the channel, I'm going to do, I think it's under machines. Well, yep, well. Need a chain. All right, so I have to build a chain. I'm going to go make myself a copper chain right here. Add new task. I think it's here anyways. Other objects. Copper. Maybe it's not there. Maybe it's in the crafts. You know what? Forge a copper chain. I don't know what does that. I thought it was the metalsmith, but for some reason I wasn't finding. Maybe I was just looking in the wrong menu. I might have been doing that. But we're going to put some priority on this so it completes. I don't see any other metal there. Let's see if we get one of these to show up. So you're working here. All right, see when we finish that copper breastplate if a chain shows up here. Come on, armorsmith. No. So I wonder where we build chains. I wonder if we build them here. No. Mechanics. No. All right. Where? Oh, where? Copper battle axe. Whoa! All my ducks just died. That is not good. What are you doing, dogs? What are you doing? So I just burned through all of my ducks. So that means I got no more eggs coming in. Thanks a lot, dogs. Thanks a lot. And these people didn't help. Oh my goodness, come on. Come on, people. Sometimes you can't win. All right, well, so what I'm gonna have to do is look for another type of animal. Now the upside, since all those ducks are gone, this grass might actually come back. Apparently ducks were hungry for grass. Who knew? All right. Come on. All right. So that digging's been going. Chain. All right, where do I think a copper chain could be built? If not the metalsmith. Weapons, armor, most other metal objects here, mechanic. Levers, pressure plate gears, other machinery. Furnace. What do we got over here? Smelter. Metal bars. Alloys. You know, I would have assumed that it's the metalsmith. Let's see. Trap component, maybe? Copper. Nope. Furniture. See if it's furniture. So we got barrels, buckets. Oh, chains. There it is. So it is here. I don't know why it's not getting some priority, but we'll go ahead and just toss a copper chain up there. See if somebody makes it. That's weird. So it is at the metalsmith, but for some reason it's not getting priority. It looks like our savior is coming and is going to build a chain for us. So that's great. All right, let's build furniture. Oh, no, sorry, construction. We want a wall grate. Right. We'll put it right here. And then we also want to build a construction, a bridge that opens this way, right there. And then we want to build a lever up at the top. Lever, select material. There we go. All right. So once those get built, we can do that. But after those other couple things get built, I'm going to have to put the walls in here. Saving the world. What time is it? We got a little more time to play. Oh, come on. All right, so we'll have a hospital going. I can actually set the hospital right now. Even though it's not completely done, we still have to work on the well and the water. We've got a lot of it going, and that'll get people to start actually bringing stuff over here. So with this, I think it was it still a meeting area? Hospital. Yes, meeting area for hospital. All right, hospital. We're going to assign it to a new hospital. All right, the creative home is done. And then if I come in here and look at it, I can actually tell it to, and I usually like to about double what it says in here. So, I got a doctor. Oh, I guess he does. That's weird. Never seen this interface before. Well, we'll leave it like that. All right, so we don't have any soap yet. We don't have any powder for casts yet. So that's that gypsum powder I was talking about. I haven't seen any to dig out. We got some hurt beds in here though, so we're healing up some people, so that's good to see. Let's see if we completed that well. Buckets. Oh, did I never start building buckets? I don't know that I did. Buckets is something we need a lot of. So make wooden buckets. And conditions. Amount of available empty buckets is less than 10. Make 10. Excellent. We dug that out, so we're going to need to make an ashery here. Is it? Oh, there it is, ashery. All right. Oh, we still need a bucket. We need the bucket for the ashery. So we're going to have to wait on some buckets. Do we have the carpenter making buckets? It's got to be... All right, here we go. There, make a couple wooden buckets. How's my wood? Lots of wood. I don't think we have to cut anything yet. I haven't seen any masterpiece copper breastplate. Oh, that's nice. Means my armor smiths are starting to get pretty good. I like that. All right, let's try this again. Ashery, select material. Nope, still don't have a bucket. Come on. There we go. Great horned owl. Oh, I got a couple more wolverines. So let's get the squads coming out. Attacking these couple wolverines. Accept that. And then I thought I saw another agitated cardinal man. Alright. You. Alright. Alright, so you can see some water coming in on the farm. So they're dropping water through this. It's coming down here and spreading out. And it's starting to make some more mud. So I'm going to go ahead and get this as muddy as I can get it. And see if that makes a better farm. Oh, I also wanted to see if I somehow had some other egg-laying things to assign here. I'm not sure if I do. Barn owl. No, I got nothing. Man. This is... I can't believe the dogs just let him go. It's miserable. Alright, so these stairs are done. So that means I can... Nope, not that. I can go ahead and complete this wall here. And it also means that I've already got the zone set. What I'm going to need to build is where my food is. I need one more thing because now I need to deal with the fish that's coming in, which needs a fishery. So I'm going to build this. I'm going to get a fishery there. An elven caravan. I know you guys know how I deal with elven caravans. It is not changing, in case you're wondering. So, broker requested. Let's see about the elves getting here. And let's see if I can build this. Oh no, I'm going to build the ashery first. Maybe. Workshop, ashery. Alright, so we got the obsidian block. We got a barrel. And we got a bucket. Perfect. So we got an ashery. Once the ashery goes in, that'll trigger the rest of... We've already got the chain built in for people to start working, so then we should get to soap. The only thing left that we don't have is to be able to make casts, unfortunately. So we need some gypsum powder. I need a chain. No access to chains. I thought I had that being selected. Hold on. Are you lying to me? Chains. No chains. I wonder if somebody's just carrying it around. I don't know what's going on. Alright, let's see if the elves are here, though. Alright, I got the traded depot, but I can't trade yet. I don't think they're all here yet. Conduct meeting. Yeah, I'll conduct a meeting. Come on. Give me the trade. Drink. Oh, so he's just not... He ran off. It probably took too long. Sometimes if they trade and they're ready to trade, but they get bored of waiting, they'll go away and do something else and then come back. So we'll see when the broker gets back if we can trade. There we go. All right, let's see what we got. Do we have... They don't have a lot of stuff. Okay. Mark all C's. Get out of here. No trader needed. Alright. Oh, they'll send the elves away. And how's this going? Alright, that's doing fine. Elves will be leaving soon. Yeah, they will. I believe all my ducks got killed. How am I doing on other stuff around? Giant elephants and merchants. Yeah, those giant elephants can actually be pretty strong combatants. So if the elf force shows up with a bunch of them, that's going to give my dwarves a run for the money because I don't have my steel armor yet. Once I get steel, I'll be good to go. Alright, have I got that chain yet? No, still no chains. I wonder what grabbed the chain. Because I know it was up at the top. Let me go see. It would be here. Copper. Yeah, I don't see the chain at all. I don't know. I don't know where it ran off to. Unless it was just on here. Alright. But it was, I think, what, furniture? Copper? Copper chain. Add new tags. Furniture. Copper. Copper chain. I don't know who's stealing the chains. I need that for a well. Did this complete any chains? No, I still got 10 of 10 there. I don't know what's going on. My dwarves be crazy. Still got lots of copper bars. Got some more blocks coming. Charcoal's going through still about as fast as I can make it. Still got lots of logs. Still got lots of logs. Nice. Masterwork. Got all kinds of gear. Let's see how our squads are doing. Got a lot of equipment on this one. Still need some shields to go. Nobody's done any boots. This one, barely any armor. Only a few people have weapons. Pretty good on the armor on that one. Still got a lot of shields to go. They've got a couple of boots coming. So we're doing all right. Starting to equip up the squad. They're looking a little bit better. Got some nice breastplate on that and the helm. It's got the shoulder pads. So it's looking pretty good. Let's go see how... Yeah, I've got some people being treated. That's good. Make charcoal. Oh man, I didn't get the guildhall done quick enough. So you've only got so long to actually do some of this stuff. And I guess I took too long to make the guildhall. Which is too bad because... I mean... I was working on it. 1700 of 2000. So they didn't engrave fast enough. I didn't get the statues in there. I'm gonna get a guildhall for them, but I just didn't get it quick enough. So I'll still go ahead and toss some statues in here. And you can see the statues are a whole random assortment of stuff that they've done statues on, and it's kind of like Engraven, where the dwarves will kind of engrave whatever they want. So if I click on this, engraved on the floor is a well-designed image of the crested fall of the copper statue of dwarves by Inith. So it says who crafts it, and it's just all kinds of stuff, and they can craft. An image of 2 plump helmets. So they just craft whatever they're in the mood to craft. So it's kind of interesting that the dwarves can pick what they craft. And sometimes you'll see them that they actually... so I got a guildhall now, but it just wasn't in time. Like if you have a big war with goblins, for instance, you might have a bunch of depictions of dwarves killing goblins or something like that. So it's kind of neat. Yeah, so we've got a pile of mud. So we'll see if these piles of mud is even better. But I'm going to keep letting the dwarves fill that with water until I can get a pretty good size farm out of that. All right. Back down to this. Oh, peasant has been found dead. Okay. Some more giant thrips. Oh, other. There's some flyers. Oh, I guess it's been thrips people that we've been fighting, not actual thrips themselves. So that's new. Got a lot of bolts spread all over the place. I'll claim those back. Oh, and some fisher dwarves. We've got room for it. Workshop. We need a farm-in. We need the fishery. So this will clean the fish. And then we could cook the fish. It's good that we have another food source since we lost the eggs. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my dwarves. Oh, this one. And fisher dwarves. So let's go ahead and assign a couple of fisher dwarves. And now they will start fishing. And that'll be another source of food for us. Attached to a silver warhammer. That's pretty good. Getting attached to those weapons mean that they're going to be able to use the weapons even better. And that's a pretty good weapon to get attached to. Oh, looks like I took a lot of shots at something. That's okay. all these shots that's a good thing. Another dwarven child's been found dead. Alright. But I think we got the hospital up and running. We got the fishery industry going. I think what we're going to want to do is call that good for here. We've got a guildhall. It was late, unfortunately. Oh, I want to get this well. Why do I not have a well yet? I'm going to try one more time here. I hope I can get this. Well, select the material. Still no access to chains. I gotta figure out why we're not getting chains. I've built multiple chains now. I know I have. Why do we think I don't have any chains? No chains. Where are my chains going? You know what? I know where my chains are going. I know. You know what takes chains? Is let's go take a look and confirm my suspicion. I suspect that every single one of these chains has been going to where is it? I believe chains are one of the things that is needed for this bench. Traction bench. Make a traction bench. Yeah, the amount of chains is great. So every time I make a chain, they just go over and make a traction bench out of it. That's what's happening. All right. You troublemakers. Sometimes so I'm gonna slot a few more chains here and put it up at the top. It's gonna end up being 5 of them. There'll be the top 2 spots on one of these and the top spot on the other 3 of these. So I basically have 5 chains. And hopefully that will get through. I'll finish the traction benches, which I also need for the hospital. And then I will be able to actually build the well in addition. All right. All right, use closest material. So traction bench, traction bench, traction bench. All right. Hospital's looking pretty good. How do I got any soap in here yet? No soap yet. That's okay. I got some splints, some cloth, some thread, some crutches. And I still got any powder for casts. Casts are better than the splints, but you can use splints until you get the casts. It's not the end of the world if you don't have the casts. It's just you can get better care when you do have them. Some migrants have arrived. Up to 92 pop. There we got a whole bunch more people. Let's see if we got... Curious if we have any better novice guild. So we got no more medical supplies. Oh good. Dwarven child's been possessed. Posed a ban on certain exports. I don't care. Alright. hopefully at the very least, if nothing else, I've taught you all how to take care of animals that come and attack you. Other than these things that snuck in and killed my ducks. I still don't know what got them. We'll never know. Oh, I guess we could go see if I can help this child out with this workshop. Where'd you go? The child might be off gathering supplies. Claimed by a dwarven child. So yeah, the child's off gathering something somewhere. We'll see when it gets back what else the child needs. There we go. So we got some bones. Oh, we got a mysterious construction. So apparently it's a bone construction, whatever it is. Alright. It's awfully morbid, but that's okay. I like it. Alright, we got the traction bench. Let's see if we got enough chains now to finally finish the well out. There we go. We got the well. Alright, so hospital is done. Like I said, we need chests to have supplies, we need chairs, we need beds, we need tables, we need traction benches. I like to put a well in here. Oh, we don't actually have the water supply yet. It's a well that's useless. Alright, but we got all of those in there. But we haven't built these yet. So we're going to put construction. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to call it for the night. Alright, so we're going to put one block there. Let's see if we get that to happen pretty quick. Great horned owl again. Alright, let me go take care of this. Oh, that's gone. But a peregrine falcon. Alright. You guys go kill this falcon. Alright. Let's get this wall in here, get the other wall in here. And hopefully this doesn't make me a liar and this thing won't flood. If this thing floods, I'm definitely going to be saving it and calling it for the night, and I'll fix that problem later. But the upside, if it floods, I can just... Oh, I haven't linked. I have not linked. Hold on. Hold on. I didn't link it, and now that thing's in the way. I don't remember if dwarves can skirt through there or not. Let me see. So what I could do is... What could I do that makes this easy? Could just dig a hole here and then put it back over. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to dig... Alright. Which means, since I'm doing that, I can go ahead and finish this off and put the other one of these in. Alright. Thank you. Good job, kid. As soon as that links, I'll be able to fill this floor in and then open this up. Oh, damp stone located. Let me go to that. So I talked about this before. So they were digging along, and it actually happened 3 times here. So they hit some damp stone and they just stopped digging. So I'm going to go ahead and clear out all of these because they basically hit some water. If I go to the dig right here, you can see that, yeah, they hit water in all those locations. So you generally don't want to dig into water. It'll kind of flood and it'll be something you have to deal with, and generally you don't want to deal with flooding. So I'm not going to bother dealing with it. But it doesn't look like I found too much good stuff over there. Alright, back up to the surface. Did I link this bridge yet? I linked the bridge. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do is construct a floor right here of a block, and I'm going to dig a channel, and I want it to be right here. Alright, so let me show this, and this will be the last thing of the night. I think I've said that a couple times now, but this really will. So like I said, I've got the grate, will keep people from getting in through the area. I've got the bridge to close this off if I need to. And then it should just flow from there. Alright, I covered that up. Alright, water is flowing. It's flowing pretty quick right now. Coming from the river, so it's flowing down here pretty quick. Now it should, although it's flowing quickly through here, as soon as it hits here, it should slow down and flow slowly through here, or flow a lot slower than it was before. So you see, like, this is filled up to 7.7 almost immediately, and then in here it's going really slow as it's filling up, and it's because I cut down the pressure a lot through these. When it's going diagonal like this, it really cuts down the pressure that's being built up by the water flowing from the river. So now I've got a well. Oh, and I think I have to designate this. I can't remember. Water source. Except, so it's got a water source right there. I think they'll go and scoop water out. I don't remember if I need to designate that as a water source or not, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. Alright, so this is almost filled up to 7. You can see this is all... Come on, finish the 7s. When you see how there's squares moving around? When those kind of stop moving around, it's all filled up. So the water is kind of like sloshing around in here right now. And when it stops sloshing around, and it's all 7.7s, one, it helps with the frames per second, but two, it's filled up completely. And it kind of fills it up slowly, and you've got like a lot of blocks moving around, and then you'll get less and less. So we've only got like 2 blocks moving around, and soon we'll have just 1 block moving around, and then none. And then from there, yeah, we got just the 1 block moving around. It should just stop and not go up anymore because I've cut down the pressure here. So it shouldn't fill up any more than that. All right, so we're done. So this should be just full now, and it should stay there, and I shouldn't get water leaking out. I'll just give it a minute to double check, but the water should stay down at that level and not pour out. If I had to put those 2 walls in there, what would be happening right now is water would be pouring out of the well and pouring out of these stairs and just filling this up, and then would proceed to fill up the rest of this level, and then flow back down here and fill up this level, fill up this level, fill up this level. That river would have just flooded my fortress from this level down. Not a good thing. Another reason why you putting those bridges in there so you could stop the water is a good idea. All right, but that looks like it's good. So my hospital is good to go. I'm starting to treat dwarves. Hopefully that'll start making some of these dwarves happier than they were angry. And I'll start working on some other stuff. I wonder if I got some fish going. It looks like I got some fish going. That's good. I got a fishery worker here. Make up for those lack of eggs. So thanks for watching. We'll be doing another episode hopefully tomorrow. Have a good night.